Good evening, everybody. We're just doing a Friday night, just like I pictured it podcast. Friday night, just like I pictured it. From beautiful Koreatown in LA. And I'm out with my BFF, Dina.
Hello.
Hello. And we are going to do probably like about a 5-minute video. But, what do we say? You'll wish it was an hour.
That's right.
But in any case, I have sort of been introducing her to the Mandela effect. And so she's kind of starting to remember stories of her own of how things might have changed in terms of just like things she thought was there, things she thought were there but aren't there, and so on and so forth. So tell your story about, what was it, the Korean barbecue?
Yeah. So I think we've all had kind of little glitchy experiences here and there. And so as we've been talking about Mandela effect stuff, I was thinking about the fact that one day, this was probably, 5 years ago or so, I was spending the day with my son, and it was just he and I without any other family members. And so we decided we were going to go out for a special dinner together. And we happened to be kind of near Koreatown. That was why I thought of it tonight. And we said, maybe it'd be really fun to go to a Korean barbecue. But I didn't have a particular place in mind, neither did he. And so we were just driving along up Vermont looking for someplace. And we ended up going to this great little Korean barbecue place that was just so fantastic. Just seemed really authentic. Staff were great. The food was delicious. We cooked our own food on the grill and did all of that. And we loved it so much that ever since, we have been wanting to go back. And we have scoured that area, that street, repeatedly. And we know that it was set in this little strip mall. It was in a certain area. It was next to another restaurant that had a big crab on the sign. It had something about seafood or crab. And we can't find that strip mall. We can't find that other crab restaurant. Of course restaurants move and change and things, but it is nowhere to be found. And we tried to find it for the first time again just maybe a few weeks later. It wasn't months and months later. It was soon. And ever since then, we have tried and tried. And then we thought, well, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we weren't on Vermont. Maybe we were on Western, which is another parallel street very close by. We've been up and down Western, too. Nothing like that. Nothing that looks anything like it is there.
Like the architecture of
it's
it
like
or
we
anything.
had this one really special night after a really special mom and son day together, and it's just gone.
God, that's
we
weird.
Can't experience it again. And it's become a joke between he and I about how I guess it never existed and we must have never eaten there, and because we cannot find it.
That's kind of creepy, but really funny at the same time. I didn't know you guys had a joke about it. Oh my God. But didn't you say that even when he was a kid, he was kind of psychic with you? Like,
oh, yes.
That Monty Python story?
Yes, Lee definitely has always had some kind of, I don't know, just ESP.
Well, like that time that you were folding clothes with your back turned to him and you were laughing, and he goes, and he couldn't see that you were laughing, and he was a toddler, and he goes, "What are you laughing at, Mommy?" And you were thinking of some Monty Python joke or something.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I was smiling to myself because I was thinking about, there was something that somebody said that triggered in my mind a whole scene from Monty Python, and I was thinking about that scene and smiling to myself with my back to him. And he said, "Oh yeah, Mommy, those guys are so funny, aren't they?"
He said
and
that?
I hadn't said
Oh
anything.
my God! I don't even
guys are so
remember
funny.
it like that, because I totally would have remembered that. I just remember him saying, "What are you laughing at, Mommy?" But that's even more specific. Now that you're telling me those guys are so funny.
I didn't even think I was laughing. I think I was just smiling. And he said, "Yeah, those guys are so funny, aren't they, Mommy?"
That's an even better story than the first story.
Yep.
That's the thing with Dina and me, though, because like we go to dinner all the time. Like we went to dinner tonight. Oh my God, this amazing place. The tiramisu was just like butter, as was, and the cheesecake was feather-light cheesecake, because she doesn't like cheesecake that has too much cheese in it, which that means she's weird, but whatever, because she's a weirdo.
Cheesy cheesecake.
What the hell? That makes no sense. But that's the thing. So we go out to dinner all the time because we're foodies. We like to sample different cuisines. But the thing of it is like we'll pass a restaurant and she'll go, remember when we went there? And I'll be like,
yeah.
No.
And I can recite half the evening.
And I was like,
you say we never
went there. I was like,
And
I think I would remember.
I know we went there.
I'm just like, I guess we have a quantum friendship, maybe. There's all these experiences in this other universe that I
Maybe
just
it's just
don't.
me in restaurants. Maybe you have this restaurant issue.
And you have a good memory. That's the thing I can't figure out. It's just so crazy. Ugh, I keep having to darken this camera. What the hell? See, now you're getting a taste of
Now
LA traffic.
everybody's getting riled up.
Because I had to be like, oh my God. Oh, what was the other story? Oh, so the other story was this. Okay, this is like quantum geography changes, like micro mini geography changes. So I like to take walks in the Hollywood Hills, and there was a period where I liked to get lost in them. So there was this one street that I walked up called Graciosa, and the first time I walked up it, and I think there's only one way off this street, or there's only one route of the street. It only goes one direction. It doesn't branch off.
Yeah, like a lot of roads in the Hollywood Hills are like that.
Most streets don't. I mean, there's not like Graciosa 1 and Graciosa 2. So I went, the first time I walked up Graciosa, it dumped me out on Bronson. But then maybe a few weeks or months later, I walked up on Graciosa and it dumped me out on Beechwood. And this is all up in the canyons and the hills, so it's all twisty and turny. But I mean, again, Graciosa only has one route, and it, like, usually if it branches off or if it forks, then it would be Graciosa 1 and Graciosa 2.
Well, you wanted to get lost. You certainly did.
I did. That's true. And then my other story is not so much a Mandela effector. Well, what I would call, because this Graciosa thing happened in the early 2000s, so I would just call it glitches in the matrix. But then there's this other story that happened last week, and it's not so much a Mandela effect as more of like a haunted thing. But I was coming back from my doctor in Santa Monica, and I went to the Whole Foods on Fairfax and Santa Monica, and I went to use the restroom, and basically it's 2 one-holers and like a really narrow door, like the kind of door you'd have in your house. So I was standing waiting for the bathrooms, and I checked them both. They both had the red occupied sign on them. So I was waiting, and then a bunch of people lined up behind me, and I go, well, I think it's going to be a while because these people haven't come out of the bathroom. And the woman who was directly behind me pointed at the bathroom door, and she goes, oh no, the one on the left is open. That's vacant. And I go, what? No, because I checked it twice. It had the red in use sign on it. And she goes, no, check again. So I checked again. Sure enough, it was green, and it was available. And I'm like, oh my God. And the thing of it is if somebody had come out of the bathroom, they would have had to tap me on the shoulder to get me out of the way, because it was a really narrow doorway. So I don't know what happened with that, but that's just really weird. Friday night, just like we pictured it. Anyway, we just wanted to tell you those stories, and we're gonna go bye-bye now. And I know you wish it was an hour. Again, 5 minutes. Say it with me now. 5 minutes, but you'll wish it was an hour. Jennifer and Dina signing off from Mandela Friday. Have a great night, guys.